Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. We're going to show you the remarkable story of Madonna Arjona, who survived a stroke. But first, we're here with Madonna and Dr. Felix Cabrera, who was part of the Guam Regional Medical City team who saved her life. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's quite an incredible story that we're going to watch in a few minutes. But first, tell us about the campaign that's going on right now at GRMC.
Well, thank you very much for having us on. Right now we're in the middle of a campaign where we're trying to really speak to the general public about educating them in terms of recognizing stroke symptoms. And these are symptoms that come on suddenly, and when you identify them pretty early, you can actually have the opportunity to seek care immediately and potentially reverse some of these symptoms.
Great. And so maybe can you tell us what are some of those symptoms that, I know you had a stroke recently. Yes. So if you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, maybe if Madonna just tells a little bit about her story, then we'll hit on the main points, I think.
Mainly, it was just, an usual day at work. It was more of like numbness, actually. It was more of odd numbness to like a half side of the body, usually. You would actually feel it like part of your body's like dead, basically. So it was just that time where it was just so odd for me. I didn't even know what was going on. During that time I was at work. I was actually like jumping around and, just a usual, fun day at work.
Right, your typical
normal day, yes. But for some reason, it just hit me, like, what's going on? Why am I feeling this? Or, it's odd. It's just really numbness, really. But I couldn't tell what was going on. I thought I was just tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I got home, that's when it all started. My speech was totally gone. Part of my face was already slowly drooping. It was actually the right side. So it was actually the right side that was half dead, basically. I don't know, I was just in shock too. My family, my husband, they were in shock. They didn't know what to do. But the immediate thing they thought was, let's call 911, of course.
Right, of course.
And they brought me to GMH. And that's because it's closer to where we live, and also it's that's usually where we, first thing, hey GMH,
right?
Right?
Definitely.
Then I didn't even know it was already 6 hours into the stroke. They brought me to GRMC. Immediately, I actually just heard Dr. Shea at the GMH room, and they said she's getting stroke ready. She has a stroke. Bring her right away, GRMC. Right.
Yeah. So to clarify that a little bit, so definitely what Madonna experienced were, and the best way to remember this is an acronym that is used commonly. It's FAST, F-A-S-T, because you got to act fast if you see these stroke symptoms. So the F stands for facial drooping, which Madonna had. The A stands for arm weakness or one-sided weakness, where you try and lift both arms and only one goes up. And then the S is speech difficulty, which she had as well. And then the T is it's time to call 911 is really what, to package it all. So you don't have to have all three, but it's a constellation of them that should alert you and want you to seek care immediately. Now, because GMH was closer, she initially went there. As soon as it was recognized that she was experiencing a stroke, everyone felt it was in her best interest to move to GRMC at that point, because that's where a procedure could happen that could remove the clot and reverse the symptoms, which is exactly what happened for her.
Right, and I know at this time it was a very, this is something that a lot of people as well go through on a daily basis. And GRMC, you were one of the doctors that was there to help save her life.
Well, yeah, I came in a little bit after the fact,
Good day.
but I'll take some of the credit too. But but I was her attending physician through most of her hospital stay. Dr. Scott Shea was the main neurointerventional radiologist who was able to remove the clot. But the main point in these stories is that what we see a lot happen is that when people start having these symptoms, they usually want to go to sleep or try and think they can sleep it off. And usually by the time they wake up, it's even worse, and time has passed way beyond giving us a chance to do something about it. So part of this campaign, we say, you know, that you need to get woke about stroke.
Right.
And that that understanding that these symptoms are an emergency and you have to seek care right away because every minute counts.
Yeah, and so that's a great segue into watching the actual video. So again, we must act fast and stay woke.